what's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. So, in today's video, we're doing a route build series. Kind of something I've been wanting to do for a while and never just really got around to it. So, today we're doing that. In today's video, we're going to be modeling after a specific area in California. I specifically do not know where, but yeah, we're going to be modeling that. I'm going to put the link for the image in the description down below for the protection of copyright and stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of like it's just inspiration. It's not trying to model the exact things like prototype freelance. So yeah, if y'all have any suggestions for any additional scenes or anything like that, do drop them down in the comments, because I'd love to get some ideas for this route. Make it, a realistic and also fun route to film videos with, and potentially even release to you guys at some point. So yeah, enough of me talking. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so starting out, we're doing the very basic start, which is laying out the track. The track's not gonna be too long, since this is gonna be only modeled after the particular scene that I found. Again, the picture is like 20-something years old, so but still, I'm going to protect the copyright of the author of the photograph, even though it was from the early 2000s. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourself. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm raising the track again to kind of match the prototype, kind of where the land, kind of like where the rail is on its own embankment sort of deal. Yeah, so once I get all of that done, I'm gonna, of course, the ground comes up right up on the rails, so I kind of did this to show more of the ballast, again trying to match the photograph. Again, not trying to make this all exactly prototypical down to exact details. This is just, inspiration for this route build. And again, of course, if you guys have any suggestions for scenes, or maybe even some changes in any of the scenes that y'all see in today's video, go ahead and drop your ideas down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So yeah, I just placed down 2 Model H2 searchlight signals there. Now I'm doing the ballasting work, just going up and down the track a couple times just to make sure it's nice and ballasted. Then come back up to the control point.
The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step.
So now I'm doing the foliage work on the side of the embankment here. In the photograph, there seemed to be a lot of foliage on each side of the track, so this is what I tried to replicate in this scene. Also, this hill here, this one was a little tricky trying to get, because the way the land kind of sloped up but then sloped down at the end. As you can see here, I'm trying to make it slope down, and then it Trainz 2019 and its terrain thingy kind of just bugs out when you try to do certain things. So I had to just try my best here on this part. Again, I'm just trying to find the appropriate ground texture, which can be particularly difficult when you're trying to do certain scenes. This one right here, I kind of just found this texture by accident and just like, oh, okay, that kind of works. So I just ended up using that texture, kind of blending in a couple other textures with it, just to kind of make it, blend in and, make it look more realistic. Now I'm doing some rest of the foliage on the other side now. I'm putting a bunch of JVC grass, which is a really good asset, by the way. So it just if I had any tips, yeah, JVC grass and shrubs, and even the billboard trees, even though this is like right up against the tracks, it's it's just to save on performance and stuff. Sometimes it's good to use billboard trees, but yeah. So I did place a couple speed trees down here and there. I was trying to find the right one because some of the colors just weren't matching with the scene I'm trying, because since it's fall now, the game is set to calendar time, so all the speed trees are now set to fall colors, and it just didn't quite fit the vibe there. So I just I was like, I placed one down. I was just like, okay, that's gonna be the end of that. So doing some terrain work. And another thing too, another tip that can be well used and is very helpful is placing a group of trees down like this and using the copy and paste tool to basically make a forest. It's fast, easy, and it does it is very efficient in my experience. So yeah, it's always good. The control point that I'm exactly modeling, the bungalow is a bit different than that. Again, I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys to check it out. Now I'm placing a kind of prototypical searchlight signal. I started out with this one, but then I realized that this was for, yeah, this just wasn't quite gonna work. So I just kind of, I'll change it out later. But yeah, for right now, I'm kind of just messing around with textures, trying to get this embankment, trying to find the right texture to blend the embankment with the rest of it, so it's not just all bare grass. So now I'm doing the rest of the texturing here. So I kind of just want to talk about the kind of the inspiration for all this. Oh yeah, and also quickly change out the default switch junction, and also it's good to line up your switch stands with the actual points. This is procedural track, so I just kind of just line it up the best I could. Also, there was a sign at the left side of the main, but I don't have that specific asset, so I kind of just substituted it with a speed sign. But I'll find that here in the near future in this clip. But anyways, so yeah, the inspiration behind this, basically, I just wanted to kind of just make a route, kind of just find an image of a place, and basically just try and just base it off of that, and then kind of just freelance it as I go. So I just kind of figured that it might work out. My honest opinion, I think it turned out pretty nicely. Let's see, okay, yeah, and then I also did the line side telephone wire or telegraph wire, because early 2000s we still used wired for signal communications, which that is a now thing of the past, but it's still a cool thing to model, especially when you're modeling a route from roughly the 2000s era. So yeah, now I'm just kind of just doing some miscellaneous back scenery work. And the interesting thing about this next scene is I just threw down a bunch of assets and then accidentally just made like something come to life here, which is not something I do all the time. So yeah, it's not something that happens every day. I know, and also I needed to smooth out the hill here because as you all can tell, the terrain likes to do it likes to commit triangles. So yeah, it did its thing. I smoothed it out, added some bushes and stuff between the fences and stuff, and getting some ground texture variant. That's another key thing about route building, is you want variant in the ground textures, because you don't want it to all just be monotone. You don't want it to be like just kind of boring. You want to add some variety to it. I even added some rocks here to kind of just give like a bit of depth to the embankment here, and I think it turned out pretty nice. And this dirt road just leads to this private industry, and I think it turned out. And then now we're working on a external road crossing. Haven't figured out what this would be yet, so yeah, I'm just kind of just going as I go. Just again, if y'all have any ideas for any specific thing in this route, like I said, just go ahead and drop them in the comments down below. Be glad to hear y'all's thoughts on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut up for a couple minutes and just let y'all listen to the music and watch me build something at like 2000 at like Mach 12. Okay, so now here I'm placing down some of these newly downloaded crossbucks that I got. They look pretty good and they fit this scene quite well. Also had to move those battery boxes out of the way so that way, in figurative term, nobody would run them over. And I kind of figured I'd add a slight touch there of adding a crossbuck at the downhill part to kind of give another advanced warning. So, thought that was kind of a cool touch. I also did a little thing here with the one singular bent rail, like maybe a replacement or something like that. I wanted to try to find a tie stat, like a string of ties, like in the spline section, but I couldn't find one. So I just ended up going with a, as y'all will see here, just ended up going with this one right here. Because I didn't want to spend like 600 years trying to look for it. And then I just randomly found this no trespassing sign. I was like, that'll fit. Again, adding another building and stuff. This is just a random industry that I just kind of just sprouted on its own through the power of me randomly placing objects down. So, here's me just kind of just looking at everything, kind of just trying to get an idea of what everything's looking like so far. I thought about putting some trees there, but then I just ended up going with these JVC spline bushes and stuff. In the end, I think it turned out really nice and stuff, so yeah, I think it turned out really good, and placed some more grass and stuff. I gotta say though, the spline grass is definitely an advantage to the turf effects if you're running a lower end computer. I'm running a mid-range computer, that's just good enough to run Trainz 2019. So it's I don't want to use turf effects. It absolutely kills frame rate. I gotta tell you. Again, having the same issue here with the seasoning issue, not the food type seasoning, but the environment seasons with speed trees, because speed trees are designed to change color when it's fall, winter, spring, etc. The thing that nobody can keep track of. So, again, now adding some ground. I also just decided to. I was planning on putting those pine trees there and just leaving them, but then I was like, eh. And now I'm adding some textures for ground variant. Again, ground variety is key to stuff like this, and also making sure that the edge of your rail banks are smooth and not looking like half Minecraft, half real life's goofy out look. So that's another key feature too. Yeah, and then just trying to smooth out the terrain and stuff the best as possible and stuff, and just trying to make it look realistic, but not overly dramatic and stuff. Also just stumbled upon those wheels and just randomly out of nowhere thought the idea of just making a small little section of track in here with the wheels on there as like replacement wheels or something like that the industry may have acquired and or maybe selling to the railroad or something. I don't know. Somebody can come up with some lore for that. That'd be great. Now I'm installing another searchlight signal on the other end of the control point. I was gonna use this signal, but then I was like, you know what? I'll just kind of change it out. Actually, it was this signal I was talking about that I changed out. The other one was fine. I don't know why I said something about it, but yeah, this one's the one I changed out with a pretty unique setup. It's a solar panel signal. You don't see those every day, especially a searchlight variant. And then I randomly thought that a bridge right here would some reason look good, and it is definitely unfinished at this moment. I'll try to probably end up working on it in episode 2. So I try to find some bridge supports. I'm definitely probably gonna change these out. These are meant for a railroad bridge, not a roadway bridge, as you can obviously tell. But it's the only asset I could find at that time. I just wanted to get it placed down there just to kind of just, not make it look, just floating and stuff, and just making it look all weird. But yeah, so we're approaching the end of the episode now, so we're about to get into the cinematics. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro. So if you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and just let the rest of the video play out now.